Good morning. So we're beginning standing, and as I said, the only prop you'll need is a blanket or a block for at the end. And let's just start with just a big stretch, just stretching up, waking yourself up. Big stretch. Good. Like you just woke up and you're like, oh, like a bear coming out of hibernation. You're just, good. And then we'll just give our shake out. So you kind of know the drill. I really like shaking out and just warming up our body in whatever odd movement. That's the beauty of Zoom. You can look as crazy as you want. Although if you come to my physical class, you can be crazy too. So just da, 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 da. Good. And then we're going to give a little slap down. So we're going to go slap from the fingers up to the shoulder and then down. So this kind of follows meridians. Go out. A couple more times. Good. And just feel that beautiful tingling. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. You could punch if you want, be as gentle or as rough. Good. And shaking out your arms. So now we're going to go, we can use both hands, and we're going to go down the outside and up the inside. Okay, so we're going to go down. Kind of nice to punch on the legs. Go all the way, and then if you go to your arches, flap up if you like. And start to breathe. One more time. Good. So now we're going to go down the back and then up the front. So down the back of the thigh, up. Start to breathe, start to deepen your breath. One more time, down, up. Good. And shake those limbs, our appendages. Take a deep breath in. Good. Just give a little gentle tapping on the torso. Slappy, slappy. Wherever your body, let your fingers just move intuitively. Doesn't have to be in any certain way. Like, what do your hands want to do all by themselves? They have a mind of their own. Good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to take the fingertips on the shoulders, and first we're going to roll forward. I like to end rolling back because we want to be open this way. So this is going forward, right? And if your elbows touch, great. So like open up, breathing in, breathing out, and out, and out. Good, now we'll go the other way. Breathe in, big breath in and out. Start to breathe in the nose, we'll breathe out of the nose, nostrils. Good. And I want to share with you, just bring your hands behind you, open that up, look up, stretch up, hard up. Good. Something called a belt flow. And what this energetic movement does is connects the upper and bottom part of our bodies. I know about you, sometimes I feel like a walking head. So we're going to ground, we're going to do some grounding work today. So take your fingers around your waist, it's just like you're going around a belt. Just feel, you can go from the back wherever your hands, as far as you can go. And then we're going to take the hands and just slide them down and off the foot. So let's do that again. And then push off the foot. And just feel that leg and the other leg. And we will ground the other side. Feel the connection, like you are connecting the top and the bottom of you. And then down and off. One more time. And really press those palms right off the foot. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Relax your shoulders, bring your arm bones back. And just bring your weight back and forth. We're going to start to ground. So my feet are about fist width, hip width apart, a fist and a half. So wherever it feels, you feel comfortable. And then coming into center, your center, press into the big toe mound and big toe. And then roll out to your pinky edges, all along the outer edges of your feet. Feel your heels. Feel a little lift in your arches. Bring your weight right over what you feel center. And then neutral pelvis. So you could tuck, just let your pelvis rock gently. And find that place where you don't feel like you're like this, but you're overarched like that. That your pelvis is neutral and your tailbone is like an anchor going between your heels. Good. And now the tailbone anchors down. Visualize your spine lengthening. Feel your shoulder blades flat on your back. Feel the beautiful opening in your heart space. And then let the neck, the cervical spine lengthen. Feel your crown reach in. And let's take a few breaths here, just breathing in to the bottom, middle, and top part of your lungs. It's called Dirga Pranayam. It's a 3-part breath. So breathing in, just expand your torso. Feel the rib cage. I'm not lifting up here. I'm just letting it just flow with ease. And then emptying top, middle, bottom, drawing that navel in and up. And breathing in, expanding, and exhaling. Just noticing your breath. Continue breathing. Just noticing how you feel today. Just letting yourself become totally present. Out of your head, into your feet. Feel your energy connecting you to your whole self. And we're going to do another grounding practice. So you can leave your hands here, or wherever you want to bring them to your sides. So you're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, push into the floor, and breathe in. And I want you to feel as though you're making an imprint wherever your feet are, on a rug, on a mat. You push, like you're pushing really hard into that floor and lifting up. Breathing in, and as you exhale, push. Breathing in, push really like your whole leg. You feel those muscles hugging those bones. Wrap those glutes and lift up. Do it a couple more times. Breathe in. Oh, I'm breathing in. Okay, so breathe in. And now push. As you exhale. Let's do that again with an in-breath. In-breath. Push the whole foot. Feel your thighs working too. Glutes, lift. One more time. Breathe in. And out. Push, push, push. Good. Just feel your legs. Feel those legs. You can rock on them a little. Good. All right, so we're going to give them a shake out, and we're going to use our legs. So we're going to come into what we call a pedestal pose. So spread your toes, and it's as though you want to put a slip of paper between your ankles. It's the first time you're doing it, it might feel odd. So you really want to energize those outer feet, the outer feet, okay? Feel your thigh bones turning in. So it's like one-legged. It's like you're a one-legged, whatever. So bring your hands to your hip. It's press, right? And breathing in. As you breathe out, just come into, squeeze those legs. Try to keep the ankles apart. And we're coming into a chair pose. So you're hinging, not at your waist, but at the hip crest, not at the groin, sorry. Okay? And then you could bring your arms here, or if it feels good on your shoulders, just let those pinkies reach, stretch and reach. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, come up and just lift up. Lift up, lift up. Feel your collarbone lifting you. Your pinky edges, a little muse is pulling on them. You don't see my muse. Good. And then just roll down. Good, hands back to the hips. Breathing in. As you exhale, squeeze into your pedestal and see if you can lift your heels here. And give yourself a little bounce. That feels good and okay with your knees. Good. Now bringing the heels down, come back in your chair. Arms here, arms there. Take a few breaths, really squeeze. Feel your whole foot grounded. Lengthen your spine, stretch, reach from your tailbone to your crown. Feel the extension. We're grounded, we're pushing, we're yielding in. Come up onto the, and then come down. Shaking your legs out. So that's the pedestal chair. We're gonna do that hip width apart. So we're gonna start with the hands here. So we're really getting the legs and the torso in the right position. Breathing in, spread those toes, roll out. Big toe mound, outer edges. Take a deep breath in and hinge. Soft hinges, knees going over your second and third toes. Come back. And let's bring the hands here for now and just give yourself a little bounce. Hands back to the hips, lift the heels, feel your legs, put the heels down, come back into your chair, and come all the way up, stretch, and lift. Take a few breaths. If you have to come down and come back, perfectly fine. Bring your palms together and then just bring them back to your heart. Thumbs lift your heart. Feel. Good. So we're going to do that one more time. A little different maybe. Big breath in. Hinge. Hinge, like I'm sitting in a chair, but it's not there. And then bring the arms and just lift. And then come into your chair. So you want that long line. Ta-da! Come up and lift up. So the heels can be just lifted a little. If you're used to high heels, you might have a little electrical shaking, that's okay. Palms together and come down. Good. So the last form of chair we're going to do is the awkward chair. So you can be pigeon-toed, thigh bones coming in. This is nice for the back. Whenever you turn your thigh bones in, it broadens the sacrum, your lower back. Okay, so find your pose, your stance that feels okay. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Hinge back. And arms here. And then arms up. Come into your awkward chair. Breathing in and out. Good. See if you can lift your heels and still maintain your balance. Heels down. Turn your feet out for this one and come up. Feel your connection through your feet all the way to the center of the earth. Fingertips and crown reaching for the cosmos. Be a conduit between the heavenly and earth energies. Palms and come down. Breathe in and out. We're going to do that one more time. So they say when the spine is long, it's like that's your antenna. And you're getting clear messages as opposed to being all staticky and without energy. Okay, so pigeon toes, thigh bones, hinge, arms. And if you want to try, squeeze, bounce a little bit. Good. Chair, see how deep? It's our last chair. Come up, separate, and come. Beautiful. And come down. So shake your legs. And then come back to a stance and just, with a soft gaze, just let your body register those intense chair movements. And notice where the energy is in your body. Do you feel it more in your legs? Or feet, wherever you feel it. Good. So we're going to separate the legs and turn the toes out. And just inhale the right arm up and come up on the ball of the foot. We're just going to do a little side stretch. Stretch the fingertips and the big toe away. And come down. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, stretch up and over. Come to the ball of the foot or the big toe. Feel the stretch in here, all the way from your fingertips to your toe. And come back. Take a deep breath in, bring this arm up and over, exhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And down. Breathe in. Stretch. Good. And come down. Okay, so we're going to breathe in, come up to the toe. You could bring this arm up and this. And we're going to play with our balance. Well, we're going to play and see what happens, okay? So when you're doing this, you want to bring your weight right over the standing leg. We're going to do a little exploration with that in another pose, okay? So breathe in, come onto the ball of the foot, stretch and reach, and just play. Can I lift my leg? Maybe you can be exploratory. Do whatever you can do in your balance. Good. One more time, breathe in, and up, and stretch. If you want to bring your arms this way first, I want you to explore your balance, but I want you to notice that you're more balanced when you bring your weight over the standing leg. It's like a building, right? Breathe in and up. Ta-da. Reach, reach, reach. And come back. Good. So, here we are. Let's come into a goddess. So open up those thighs. Take your hands, make sure your thighs are open. You could bring your hands into a prayer and really get those elbows in there. This is a form of like a chair, a goddess chair, right? And come back up. So make sure those knees are over those second and third toes. Okay? Good. And come into your goddess. Open up, keep pressing those knees to the back wall. Come into your star and come into your shooting star. Good. Beautiful. Palms together and back. Very nice. So toe heel in. And I want to do a balance exploration with you. And we're going to do it with the form of the crane. So this is the playful part. It's not about getting into the pose. I want you to notice that when your weight is in the center, my weight is in the center, I want you to lift your right leg and see how you feel, right? Not bringing the weight to your left leg, but just your weight in center. See how, now lift the other one, right? So when we want to be balanced on one leg, we need to bring our weight, just like a building, it has to be a plumb line. So what we're gonna do, but not locking the knee, a little softness, right? So bring your hands here and come up to the ball, the toe of the left foot, right? Bring your weight over your right leg. Feel like you're over your right leg and then just lift. See if you notice the difference. Now your ankle might wobble. That's fine, it's working. Okay, and then toe, ball, heel down. Take a deep breath, shift, weight to the left leg, spread those toes, big toe mound, outer edges, metatarsals, really use that foot, right? Lift up, and then just lift up. Bring that weight over that leg. Good. And then toe ball down. So we're going to do a little bit of a little vinyasa. So make sure you have room behind you. Yes. Okay. So we're going to step onto the right leg. Right? Feel your spine, open heart, and lift this leg. So we're going to do the crane with the toe down. We're in our crane. We're just going to hold the crane. See if you could take 3 breaths here. Good, and then step back in your crane. So we're going to bend the front knee if you need to have a little more space. You want the right knee over your ankle, and we're going to pulse a little bit here. Just lifting up, and stretching the back of the leg. You'll feel the groin stretching. Nice long spine. Good. Good, and then bring that to a close. If you could keep the heel down, fine. Bring your hands into Yoga Mudra. Keep that front knee bent. And feel energetically your legs scissoring. Thigh bones are turning in. Your hips are square, equal as possible. Good. And then come into clasping your hands. Lift up, drop your tailbone, lift your heart, and breathe. Feel the weight on both feet. Your weight in the center. And then bring your hands down to Yoga Mudra and come over. So we're going to bring that weight onto the right leg. You can straighten it a little. and see if you can lift the back leg. I don't know if my wall will be, here it is. So I'll come a little forward, but you do it at home, okay? So you are coming into a bow pose, a standing bow. And when you lose your balance or feel like you need to come out of it, bring your hands to the floor, stretch, 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 stretch that leg up, all the way, all the way, all the way. Breathe, see if you can hold on to your ankle with one or two. Now bring that weight right over that standing leg. Notice the difference. And then step down and come into a dog pose. Stretch yourself into your dog. And you could do an upward dog if you choose. Good. And back. Stretch. Take a few breaths. And then walk your hands and feet, knees bent together. Scoop in your abdominals. Hold your elbows. Stretch. Hands on top of your knees, bottom of your thighs, and slowly come up. Good, rub your back, come into a little back bend, pelvis forward, thigh bones back, stretch. So I want to show you something that I read this week that has been helping me. So if you feel like your postures, you're losing it, you're on the computer, you're all, bring your hands here, come to a little back bend. Now, I'm not dropping my head back, I'm just lengthening, right? If you can't go that far, wherever you can go. And then it's like the back of my head is in a bowl, it's scooping up the bowl to come straight. So it's like this. Now, if you could just go like this, wherever your back bend is. And then the back of my head is like just rolling through a bowl. I feel like it helps me get my head on straight. If it's going forward, brings it back and lengthens. Okay, so we're gonna do the other side. We stood on our right leg, now we're gonna stand on our left. Okay, bring that weight over that left leg. You can start with your hands here. And come into a crane with the toe pointing down and your beautiful crane arms. Whoops. And then big step back. Let's just start with the yoga mudra. Get your legs planted. So because of the screen, I'm going to go in a wider stance. I do have the wall behind me. Bringing my hips, this back hip forward, front hip back. Bend that knee over my ankle. Good. And let's just pulse. Press that heel up and down. Good. Beautiful. And bring the arms up. Non-habitual clasp. The other pinky's in front now. And tailbone down. Pubic bone up. Stretch. Bring the arms out and together. And take your time. I want you to explore. Where is my weight? Can I bring it over that leg? I have the wall, so now I'm cheating. That's a good cheat. Okay? And then come down into your, holding your ankle. So, up, up, up. When you're ready, hold the ankle if you can. Explore where is your weight. Bring it to the right place. Notice if you go left or right. So take your time. And then you could do your up dog, down dog. And we're going to do one more It's not a standing experience before we come to the mat. So making your way through your dog to standing. When you're here, just come and feel. Take 5 breaths. Good. So in the previous class, we worked with the bandhas. Mula bandha, which is the pelvic floor, and you lift the perineum. It's like a Kegel, we said. Uddiyana bandha, which is the second, it's where the navel goes in and up when you're empty, when there's no air in your lungs. And the third one is the chin lock, Jalandhara bandha, that stimulates the thyroid, parathyroid, thymus as well. So we're going to do a cat and dog pose. And if you want, and we're going to add the bandhas if you like, and we're going to do something called, it's called Agni Sura. So it's fire sun. It's stimulating, like this is our solar plexus, solar sun, right? Our third chakra area. So this is very strengthening for that. We did have a full moon, so we'll see. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple of cats and dogs. So you're just going to bring your hands here. If you want to do this on your knees, or hands and, hands and knees, that's fine. Okay, so I'm breathing in. And then when I breathe out, standing, I'm straightening my legs a little and I'm rounding. I'm empty and my navel's in and up. So now breathe in, expand, and empty. And in, and empty. In, and empty. Good. So you can stand for a moment. The next time we do this, I'm going to breathe in, right? And I'm going to try to empty everything out as much as I can. Now, I'm going to be talking, so obviously it's not total. So breathing in, and then I'm... And then what I'm going to do is, I'm pulling my navel in and up. And you can also use Mula bandha. I'm not going to use the throat lock. So what I'm going to do is, actually we're just going to do the navel in and up. You're going to pump in and out. So you're empty. So my navel's coming in and out. It's almost like I'm hollowing my ribs. And then when I have to breathe, I take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and feel. So sorry about the Mula bandha. For this, we're just going to do the Agni Sura. So this is very good for digestion also. It's just pulsing the navel in towards the spine. You're not breathing in and out. You're totally empty. So it's different than the circle of fire, which we did the week before, which is on the previous video. Okay, so breathe in, right? And breathe out. Nice long spine, but there's a little rounding right here. I'm just pumping. This is best to do on an empty stomach, so if you had a big breakfast. Also massages the bottom lungs. Good. Now take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and come up. And just feel. Good. So make your way to your mat. Have your block handy or blanket. And we're just going to start by putting the hands where we just were. So letting your breath come to normal. Relaxing your jaw. So we're going to do another breath like that using the bandhas. So just breathe in deeply and let all the air out. Same thing, you're going to pull up on the pelvic floor, draw the navel in and up, and just chin lock. So you're empty. Lift the chin, breathe in, and then release the pelvic floor. So this helps you gain control of the different muscle groups internally. It's like a column of energy that relates to our spine. And in the chakras, it's our energetic pranic flow. So do that one more time. Breathe in. Breathe everything out. Squeeze it out. Lift up on the pelvic floor. Draw the navel in and up. And just chin lock. Your chin is coming. And your clavicles, your heart space is coming towards your chin. You're not just rounding the other way. So bring that up. Lift the chin, breathe in, and release the pelvic floor. Just bring your breath to normal. So it's good to end with this breath work because if you're new to it, there's a lot of oxygen. We do get a little lightheaded. So just bring your breath to normal. You're oxygenating. And just bring your knees into your chest and just circle around. And go in the opposite direction. Good, and putting your feet down. We're going to lengthen the body a little bit more. So just stretch. You can hold on to a wrist. Just pull on one side of the body and to the other, pull. God, just feel your arms and feet, legs stretching out from our belt flow. Good. And then bring your arms down. Good. And bend the elbows, dig them in a little bit so you can lift up your upper back and then bring it down, flattening your shoulder blades. You can take your hands, bring those arm bones back. You want those shoulder blades as flat as possible. We're not winging it now. Okay, let your legs come out for a moment. And just breathe. And then bringing your toes up, just let the bones, you put your hand in the groin, feel your femur bone turning in and out. And take the right leg and just bring it into your side ribs. Stretch the left leg away. And stretch the leg up to the ceiling. Give it a little pulse. Good. And then bending the knee, we're going to do cradle pose. Okay, so your ankle is below the knee. If you can clasp with the tie or with your hands under the thigh. For those of you practitioners that have been doing this for a while and can reach over the knee and not crane the neck, do that. So we're going to stay here and just take 5 relaxed breaths. And then put the foot down, bring the leg back in, stretch this out. Good. Stretch it up one more time, give it a little more pulse. And then bringing the heel down, just stretch it away and bring the other leg in. Let's take a few breaths here. bringing the thigh to the side ribs. You can flex both your legs, feet, ankles. And stretch that leg up, give it a little pulse. And then bending the other leg, we're going to come into the cradle again on the other side. So take 5, relax, silky smooth breaths. Good. So on this one, we'll do it a little different. We're going to bring the leg up here and pulse this way. If you don't feel complete, you want to do it this way. Good. And then just bring both legs up and just give them a little stretch. Did a lot with our feet. See where you can hold on. And then see if you could hold on and just pull the legs towards you. Pull the legs away. See if that'll pull you up. Let those legs move towards the opposite wall. And then back. Naveling it up if you can get your shoulders off. Good. And down. Knees back in. One more little circle. And open up. Just let them go from side to side. Good. So we're going to do a restorative pose that will lead into Shavasana. So if you have a block, you put it right under the flat of your back, the sacrum, right here, with your knees bent. So it's a supported bridge pose. If you don't have a block and you're using a pillow or a blanket or a towel, you can just put it down, right? So what I want to have here is, well, you know, right by the tailbone, the sacrum area. I'm not up here on the curve, the lumbar curve. I'm right here. So it's just a little back bend. And then you're supported like this, with your knees bent, or if you want to turn your thighs in. And this is a supported bridge. So we're going to begin our relaxation into this. And we're going to stay in the bridge a few minutes, and then we'll move to, at any point, you can release your block or cushion and come into Shavasana. And Shavasana is the most difficult and important pose because it really allows our body to integrate all of the movements and experiences you've had. And it helps us to relax the mind, the body, and the breath. So give yourself this gift to just heal and relax. So just take a few breaths, relaxing your jaw, softening the eyes, softening the ears and your forehead. So letting your head rest. Relaxing your throat, neck, relaxing your shoulders, your heart space, soft. Relaxing the solar plexus, Breathe in, feel your breath coming into all the parts I might mention. Bringing your breath down to the pelvic bowl. And relaxing the root, the perineum. All head, neck, and torso relaxed. Relaxing your arms from the shoulders down to the fingertips. And in whatever position your legs are in, just let them settle. Just feel your breath, silky, smooth, even. No stress or strain. And bring this breath, this healing breath, prana, into any parts of you that are in need of healing. Anything that feels or felt weak, resistant, or painful. Visualize those places. Visualize your prana, your life force, going to those places, giving you the gift of healing. So spend the next few moments and release the bridge pose at any time if you want to come into a full shavasana. If at any time your mind wanders, just imagine those little thoughts, those little clouds floating away. Come back to your breath. Being totally aware of yourself. You are the witness. Awareness without distraction. Deepen your breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate your ankles and wrists. And gently move your head from side to side. Stretch your arms overhead and point your toes. Give yourself a full body yawn. Reach out from center. Then bring your arms down. Bend your knees, feet flat on the floor. Just let your legs rock from side to side. Giving yourself a gentle twist. You can add your head in the opposite direction if you choose. Just continue deep, beautiful, full, easy breaths. And then choosing the side that's best for you, come into a deep C curve, fetal position. And slowly come to a seated position for a 1-minute New York meditation. Meditation in a New York minute. Yes. So today we're going to do, because we've been spending a minute for the other classes, we're going to do what we call the witness meditation. And we're just going to watch and observe. I always wonder, who is that watching? So you can have your eyes in a soft gaze or closed, whatever's comfortable, hands in your lap, on your knees, or any mudra. And we'll sit for a minute, just breathing and just observing with detachment, whatever comes up for you. Begin. And just slowly opening your eyes. And let your hands just lift up into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Bringing your thumbs to your heart. Just lift up your heart. Fingers pointing to ether. And we'll seal our practice by chanting the universal sound of Om. So big breath in. Thank you. Namaste.